So what is truth? Talked about it in a previous video when the video went wrong. It's essential in your journey of the education that you're going to need to step into the moments that are coming ahead of us, to make the most of the window that's opened, is to educate yourself. So all I can do is give you some techniques and tricks that I learned and that I know others are using in their own way. If I describe my journey to truth, you can replicate it, see if this works for you, and modify it as required. But always setting yourself a standard, a confirmation bias check inside yourself. Why do I hold this opinion? Okay, I've got this opinion. Why have I got it? And just investigate it. And don't settle for second best. Don't settle for further lies. If you can see something and you're suspicious, just check it. There's nothing to lose. No one's marking your homework. This is your work, your job, your task to take responsibility, and it's educating yourself towards it. The highest proof is the proof that you prove it to yourself. All the information that is out there, my shit, all the other stuff that's available to you, just go and look for it and question it against that check. So when you look at my stuff in the education that you're going to give yourselves, it's possible to look at my stuff, just my stuff, to look at my stuff and go, right, this is the thought process that Reynolds applied to submission of this dissertation, is what it is. It's a PhD in quantum engineering. I'm autodidact, I've trained myself, and I've overtaken science. I overtook them last year, September last year, when I found what string theory really was, and then closed the Traverse instead. And I'm hoping one day that I can share that moment with people who understand what I'm talking about, and they'll go, wow, that must have been quite a moment for you, Martin. Yes, it was. Gave me a certainty, an absolute certainty that this was right. But even though I had no idea what it was right. So you can take that. You can say, okay, Martin's got a certainty. He talks very clearly, succinctly, confidently about what he says he knows, and he's told me what his thought processes were in terms of gaining that information, entirely checking against confirmation bias. And particularly noting that narcissism lies at the core of my problem that I had identified for me. You get me? I'm personalising all this very much. Because I was healing myself. That was my task. So the window has opened. I was in consultation last night, both with Insights and with other engineers, other quantum engineers that I've connected with around the planet using the tools that science gave me. I just picked them up and used them properly. It's Christmas Day. I didn't dare hope that was the case. The Pulsar star from January, look it up, Nature article, search Magnetar, Nature magazine, January, and read that article. And if you're interested to see how the narrative works, by the way, go and look at the newspaper articles that were written on the base of that article. That's what journalists do. They just pick up intelligent stuff and they regurgitate it for idiots so that they understand it. Go back to the source material. And at least it's not that difficult. At least take an understanding of the concepts that have gone on there. And think about the code and the radio code filling the entire universe. And an energy that science doesn't know what it is, that this fucking thing appeared and then disappeared. These are facts. And it's all a weird mystery, as usual. Those are your trigger words. If you hear anyone who purports any kind of intelligence to say, oh, it's a weird mystery, then you know they're full of shit and fuck them off. So nothing I have is a weird mystery. What I have is access to magic. And yesterday, the teaser I left you with yesterday was the insights that I have, you can have. It's access to magic. So, remember, window, it has opened. Forgiveness, compassion, and an end to suffering are the major priorities right now. Setting the base for your evolution and the evolution of the people you love and the wider world and the world around you. Everything must be set to evolve. So all we're doing is setting a base. So the first task is set your own base. Analogy, here, I like this one. When the oxygen masks fall down, when you're on an aeroplane, you put your own on first before helping others. That's the point. No point saving yourself if you're not going to do anything with that saving other than fuck around and behave like a cunt. Come on, I've got to do this. It's difficult. And you must understand, carrying this certainty of knowledge alone, as I have done for so long, until the connection started firing just weeks ago, has sent me mad. I've lost it lots of times. But I just choose then to stop being mad and to be myself and the being. So I'm only on stage 1 enlightenment, and I took the smart ass route as well. But in that journey, I discovered God. I found God and how it works. If God is in the machine, God is the machine. And that's this machine that you and I manifest consciousness with. It's worth looking into. I hope to see you again soon.